Alright. Welcome back to. Well, actually, this is the start of a brand new anime review series. This series came out just a couple years ago, and it's a series that features Lucy Christian as one of the characters. I figured why not. So, this series is called I've Gotten Stronger When I Improve My Farm Related Skills. Yes, the main character is named Al. He's a farmer. Lucy Christian character is a princess. She doesn't have the soul. I'll get to that. So we start off with Al, where he's finished up harvesting. He looks at his stats card. Yes, his stats. You're thinking, wait a minute. It's a fantasy world, and yet somehow a video game. It's a thing in this world. Not the first time I come across like this, but here we go. Excuse me. In the case, a lot of them basically would do this. Except for... The only thing that doesn't do this is the Rancher Goes Dungeon. This one, they had to have the goddesses perform a spell on one of their members of their familia to get their stats off their back. Yes. Like it's a piece of paper. That's pretty much their stats. Here, it's like, he's like OP, apparently due to doing some fishing and some farming. He's like 50,000 right now. So, he think he goes to go fishing, like, oh crap, can't go fishing in the moment. I gotta live with this food. So he drives off, and he's like, oh, everything's fine. And then he spots that this is a freaking dragon. And there's three adventurers who really want to take it out, but damn, the thing's also tough. So he thinks, okay, I'm gonna spook the damn thing. He throws a carrot at the damn thing, and the thing explodes. Like, what the heck? Yeah. It is one of the most weirdest things I've ever seen. Yeah. So, then after that, he goes into town. Like, Venture's like, huh, wonder what that was. And then he goes into town and shows us pass. And then as soon as he gets to town, another strange thing happens. We have this, looks like a farm girl, the way she's dressed, being randomly kidnapped. And then he saves her, takes up the guy who and just by sheer coincidence, the guard just happily there, and he's arrested at the spot for kidnapping. And it turns out, by the way, we don't know, he has to deliver groceries. And he's just like, I want to go home, I want to have some basic stuff to do, like any person. And he stopped because, oh, it's you. Yeah, and it turns out the person he saved just happens to be the first princess of the kingdom, aka the heir to the throne. This is Thalog Megas, the first crown princess of the freaking kingdom. Who, by the way, is voiced by Lucy Christian. Yep. Yeah, her father, who is the king, by the way. So she's like, oh, as a thank you for something, she offers him 8 acres of land. I guess like, nah. And then we have Ventress going to report the whole dragon thing. And then he proceeds to like run really fast, get past and get back home because he has plants to water. He gets home, he relaxes, he's out, he's basically down for a bit, and all of a sudden his friend from earlier, the one who basically, he says, oh crap, there are monsters about to pass by the town, we gotta evacuate. They're gonna be nearby a cave. They're like, oh crap, they're gonna trap him with his stuff. Meanwhile, though, the prince has been called back to the royal palace, where the administrator, he says, oh, we have this. They mention here that there was a war between demons and humans, and it ended when Demon King died. So, basically, the king decided to not massacre all demons. He decided to form a peace treaty with them because, well, their general's dead. Why not just spare them? Basically, he has no ties to other countries. He just wanted to end this war. And, of course, some people basically didn't like it very much, including his, basically, the Prime Commander. Like, he's on his way with the monsters. And the administrator leads the king and the princess to supposedly a safe place. Turns out the cliffside because turns out the administrator is the demon they were talking about. I'm like, wow. And just by sheer coincidence, here comes Al, with his big hoe and takes out like some of the demons there. And by the way, he's to defeat the demon general here by punching him really hard. And so, as a thank you for saving the life of Princess again, along with the king, he is given the 8 acres of land, and also he has to slay monsters. So he has to sign with the Avengers Guild. So, and by the way, the 8 acres of land, it's a wasteland. Which I'm sure the Prince by game was a joke, probably for rejecting him earlier. He probably got frugal if he never returned the second time. So, then next day, he goes with the princess, who's in disguise. Well, to be able to basically make sure it's not her. That's why she just changed her shirt. By having basically her maid be a body double for her. And this is thanks in part to a hairpin she basically has. So only Al knows who she is, but no one else does. And takes Avengers Guild, and this is reduced to Helen. Yes, this purple hair girl. Very beautiful woman, by the way. Now, Helen is voiced by Elisa Kalnier. Yeah, and by the way, the main character is voiced by Antonio Lassie, who's attack power 73,612. Oh, and then did you see in the episode 2, Reeks, voiced by Jamie Malter. We'll get back to him. So, by the way, the light novel series actually only lasted 5 books, and I read the manga. I never read the light novels. And here's the weird thing: neither the manga or the light novels were released here. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. And they released the first manga volume basically the same time they released book 4. And it's still published, yes. Yeah, so when Alva Adventure meets Helen, which let's start with her in episode 2. So he needs to go he gets rank of Great G. She does not know his power level is OP. So he's given because his adventure is like he needs to earn money. So can I have a quest? Sure. Gather these medicinal herbs. He's like, okay. Seems simple enough, but there's monsters nearby. Here's a cloak, basically. It happens to be hers. So he goes out and picks some of the stuff and picks up a black scale. And then we see 3 Avengers before who would just happen to come by. And then, of course, they suspect, oh, this might be going to be the pretty big thing in Force. Which turns out to be a black dragon. Now, the first dragon is done in okay CGI. It's not as bad as the Mrs. Demon Canvas, was slightly better. But when they had the black dragon, oh my gosh, the design-wise is taken from Archdemon's Dilemma with this damn thing. No, this was made 2 years after. This was 2 years before Archdemon's Dilemma, where the female of the group nearly passes out. The other 3 can withstand the aura of this dragon. He just walks on by. Does not bother the adventurers. It's like He's minding his own business. They're not attacking him, so he proceeds just to walk on by. And of course, he can't complete the quest because of this, but he has to report this. And Helen, prior to this, she wakes up from a dream where she is, for some reason, wearing her work clothes. For some reason. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, wearing her work clothes for some reason. She does not know why she's in them. And she looks like she's a little tired. And, well, the woman who happened to be her adopted mother. The name is Wu Lin. Yeah, so. Yeah, then she passes out. And of course, Al really wants to help her, but of course they recommend the forest be sealed because of the Black Dragon, but he's not going to go there. He's going to research the library. He can't find much anything, so he asks for a damage report. Couldn't exactly get it. And then Faye just happens to show up. He's like, we give it to me, right? Yeah. Oh, part of this, part of the adventure, they have this thing where they kind of go on a date, kind of, where he's like going like all the food stalls, eat some skewers, really nice as before they get the adventure. But meanwhile, though, they actually go to the former place where Helen grew up, and the place is still in ruins. They mentioned was black scales found there. Of course, some of the basic questions in his report, she knew nothing about this, but I think part of the royal family. And they get there, and the episode ends with him encountering Rin, Helen's dead brother. Yes, end of the episode. It's a good start for the series. I'm enjoying it so far. Am I going to the next episode? No, I still got 4 more anime to go through, which I might be able to go through the remaining anime to almost all of them, but who knows? But I know tomorrow is kind of back up to 3, despite the fact I thought it'd be back down to 2, but due to the fact I'm adding the 7th Prince, Reincarnated 7th Prince, as the original was back up to 3, and only for a couple weeks. Okay, so that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do hit the dislike button. Next up is going to be, well, Black Butler. That is definitely next. After that, it'll be One Piece, My Hero Academia, and Probably Capital Case Closed. Okay, next view. Bye.